Welcome back. I'm Gary Parr.
And I'm Vonna Pfeiffer.
Listening to the midweek version of the Fiber Talk podcast for people who stab needles twice a week.
Only twice?
Well, okay, more than that. Whatever. Whatever. We do the podcast twice a week, and then we stitch more often than that.
That's right.
That's how that goes. All right, I got to know about this diamond painting thing.
Okay.
Because it looks to me like light bright.
Of it that way. You don't want to.
I can't get past light bright. See.
I never thought of it as light bright. That is really a good. I loved light bright when I was a little kid.
Yeah. So did I when I was a little kid. So help me. What the heck is this thing?
Okay. So I only have one, and I don't have very much experience with it, but. It's sort of mindless. The one I got, I have a reason for getting it. It's a cow. I want it in my farm kitchen. That's why I got it.
Okay.
Because I want that. It's really mindless. It almost reminds me of like a word search. You know, how you kind of get into like a very laser focus when you're doing a crossword or a word search. That's kind of what it is. It's not very brain taxing when you're doing it. And I really do like it just for that kind of, a time filler. If you have a few minutes, you can sit down and pop in a few diamonds and pretty relatively very fast. You have a lot of progress on it. Is it something that I'm going to change my whole life for and do over and over and over? No. I'm not.
Well, thank God to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that because I was about to drive down there and get you help.
No, I'm not. It's like my husband looked at it, Gary, and he was like, "What is this? What is this?" Because I'm only supposed to have one hobby.
Right. Yeah. I keep coming back to that. Yeah. How does this fit under one hobby? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I said, it's this, I'm just going to do this one. And I really do think that I'm only going to do the cow. I'm really not that in love with it, really, honestly. But it reminds me, and I said this to him and he started laughing. He actually laughed, and he doesn't do that often with me. So when I do get him laugh, I know, whoa, that was really funny. But it reminds me of do you remember those velvet acrylic paintings?
Yes.
Like in the 70s? That's what it reminds me of. I said this is like a velvet Elvis.
Okay.
That's what it is. Except mine's a cow. Oh, shoot.
Okay, so what is the base?
It's like canvas. Like you go into Hobby Lobby, those white stretch canvas. That's what it is. It's canvas. It's like material. And then it's got the picture painted on it. And then there's like this sticky stuff. Like, I don't know what it is. It's almost like I don't know what it is. It's gel and it's sticky. And so you only can pull back a little bit of that clear piece of paper or whatever it is, cellophane stuff, so that you don't put your arm in the sticky, and then it won't be sticky anymore.
Oh, the sticky is on the base?
It's on the base, yeah.
The canvas? Okay.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Oh, so it has a protective thing over it, so you peel it back and then do that much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like, like contact paper or something like that. That's kind of what the sticky's like. And then you just, use your little pen. You have to put paraffin wax. They send you a little pat of paraffin wax, and you have to load your little pen with wax, and that makes it sticky so that you can pick up the diamonds from the whatever the little tray and put them in, and you just follow. I mean, it's just like following, a paint by number or whatever, and you just put the color where the symbol is. And it's fun. It's mindless. It would be really great for kids. It would be a really great kid activity.
Yeah.
It has really taken the world by storm, though. There's several hundred thousand millions of people doing diamond painting right about now. There's people that convert Haid patterns into diamond painting kits. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's people that take Haid patterns and have them converted in and printed on the canvas, and then you do it with the diamonds.
Well,
so
how big are these diamonds? Are they like Mill Hill bead size or what?
Yes, maybe a little bit bigger than Mill Hill bead, but not much. I would say an eighth of an inch, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tiny.
So you can cover some ground. You can cover some ground in an hour then.
Oh yeah. You can get a lot done in an hour. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Still light bright to me. I can't get past it.
It's kind of light bright. I mean, really, honestly, it's kind of, it's a Velvet Elvis. I mean, think about it. It's a little kind of like hideous a little bit. I mean, I know, and I don't mean that in a hateful way. I know I've seen Haid patterns that are beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, when you step back and you look at them in diamonds, they're beautiful. There's a whole Facebook group, that's diamond painting Haid patterns, know, and it's beautiful, but I'm not saying that Velvet Elvis wasn't beautiful either, but
depends on whether he was on an upper or a downer. Perspective is everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've seen beautiful, but are there just not, I mean, it's just not totally, I will put my cow up in my kitchen, but I mean, I don't know that I want my whole house in diamond painting. Well,
I'm just curious, I mean, it's like you said, there's a lot to be said for mindless things like that.
Yes.
Where they just use the other side of your mind while you're sorting things out. I mean, there's a lot to be said for that.
Right. So. Yeah. And that's kind of what it is. It's kind of a reflective, quiet moment time craft project.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of fun. I don't like, I'm not like, like what I said, I'm not ready to change my life, and pack up and go to the diamond painting commune or anything.
But you're not going to be holding a diamond painting retreat? No.
No, but it's a nice, reflective activity that you can do if you're, you just have a few minutes or something. Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. Now I got the picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, these things pop up, through the years, these kinds of things pop up and they're very popular and some stick and some don't. And, it's just interesting. Yeah.
It is interesting. And they do shine like diamonds.
Oh, so it really is a gleamy kind of thing then.
It is there. I mean, you have to hit certain light, but yes, they do. They're not like Swarovski crystals or anything, but they do sparkle. Yeah.
Okay. I get it. I get it. I'll watch you. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. I don't know that I'll do. I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
And I saw that cow, and that cow really spoke to me. And in a Velvet Elvis kind of way. And,
you got to quit using that example because that doesn't sell it very well.
And I thought, I think I'm going to try it. It was only like $9 on Amazon.
Oh, I thought it was like a major investment.
No.
Oh.
Now, the ones with the Haids, the ones where they send out and they have, I think the name of the company that does it is AliExpress, and where they have to get the custom canvas and all of that stuff now. And you have to buy the diamond drills individually because they're all coded via DMC colors. All the diamonds have the same number as DMC. So now that is a major investment. So, but I'm not, mine's just was a kit for I think it was $10 on Amazon.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a big investment.
Yeah, no.
Well, wait, but there's, now we're going to spend way too much time on diamond painting here, but, but if they're DMC color, if they're colored according to DMC, but there's no holes in them, so you can't stitch them into a.
No.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, no.
Because I thought, hey, that could be a cool embellishment thing.
Yeah, no, it's just that they're plastic. I mean,
Okay.
no.
All right. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
I was trying to find a new level for diamond painting. beyond Velvet Elvis. Never mind.
Oh, shoot. No, I don't know that you can bring it up any more than that.
Okay. I'll leave it right there then. Light bright. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the coolest thing you're doing the Jesus and the Lent thing. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Thank you.
That design just keeps arguing with you, doesn't it?
Yes. Okay, so I've had this project, this pattern. I bought the kit, and it's a Vervaco kit, and I got it from the stitchery. However, yesterday I was in Hobby Lobby, and I just kind of went back to the kits, and they had one at my Hobby Lobby anyways, and same kit. But I bought mine off the stitchery or Hirschner's or somewhere like that. Anyways, I have had this kit for probably 3 or 4 years. I was halfway done with Jesus last year this time. And
yeah, let's see, you might want to rephrase that. I was halfway done with Jesus. Yeah.
This year last time I was halfway done with him. Then I got all the way down with it. But anyways, and I messed up accounting because it's all in sepia tones. And so, it's full coverage. And it was just even though I highlighted and went slow and stuff like that, I got off somewhere. And it took me like one whole night of counting to see where I had messed up. And by the time I figured out where I had messed up, I had a huge portion done of it that I would have had to rip out. And you think about the time it takes to rip out, and then did I rip out too much, and the holes are, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I finally was just like, okay, I'm just going to cut my losses on this. And
so Jesus went in the trash.
Yeah, Jesus went in the trash. And it was a kit, so I knew I wasn't going to have enough threads. So I did all this last year. I threw them in the trash. I took my threads that I had left, and I went to Michael's, and I matched DMC colors because I don't think it was DMC floss. And I matched it to colors in DMC. I got 3 or 4 skeins of each color, put it all together, got a piece of Aida. I wasn't stitching it on Aida last year. I was stitching it on even weave. I got a 14 count Aida because it's pixelated anyways, right? When you look when I look at it real close, it's pixelated. And I thought, I'm just going to do it on Aida because that's going to help me count better.
Sure. Yeah.
And
especially something like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so I put it all together, put it on roller frame rods and everything, put it all together, had my needle minders on there, and I put it up, and that's the way it sat for a year. And so about a week ago, well, no, it's been longer than a week ago, but 10 days ago, I started thinking about, Lent's coming, and that had been my Lenten project last year. And I thought, I think I'm going to start him again because I don't want that to be like, well, Vonna, there she went. She started something, messed up, threw away. That was it. That's all she wrote. I want to people that follow me on my blog and my FlossTube and whatever to know that I can finish something. That's hard. You know what I mean? So I thought, what is Lent? It's a springtime in our faith journey. And what do you do in springtime? You clean your house, you do spring cleaning. And this is a hard it is a hard project. It's hard. It's not hard.
I can tell, yeah.
It's not hard in the fact that it's just X's on Aida. I understand that. It's just that the counting and the colors, there's not that many colors. I think there's only like 8 colors, but they're so close in tone. And, it's difficult because you have to have a lot of conversation. So I thought that the parallels in stitching and the parallels in what I want in my faith journey for Lent to be kind of coincided. And I decided that for Lent, every day on my Instagram and my Facebook page, I was going to post my progress on the face of Jesus. And that's what I've done. And I on some days I just post a few thoughts or a scripture verse or whatever and move on, because I'm human and I fail and I want people to know that. So, and that's what I'm doing, is I'm doing a spring cleaning of my faith walk. And so I've had a really great response from it. I can't begin to tell you how many people have said, they really like seeing Jesus's face appear, and it has appeared. Yeah. So
no, I think it's great. In the picture with the coffee mug and the Bible verse there. No, I think it's a good thing. That's pretty cool, I think. Yeah.
And
what was it today? He had to rip something out, and I thought, oh no, not again.
Yeah, his chin. I miscounted and I almost had the whole bottom of his chin in, and it was like, oh no, I don't think this is right. And I went back and I was off one stitch, so I had to rip out his whole chin. And so I put in a little bit back in this morning, and finally I was like, I'm not feeling it today. You know how some days you don't. I can get in a rhythm, and when I'm in a rhythm, man, I can stitch fast. Mm-hmm. And I just was not in a rhythm today. And I've not, and that's translated in many things today, Gary. I've not been in a rhythm in many things today. And so it's like, it's like what I said in my post today. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when you walk away and when you run. And I ran this morning and got away from him. But he's there waiting. And tomorrow I'll go back to him and it'll be fine. But I have Jesus out in that project. I usually stitch up in my bedroom, like I've told you before. But I have that one down, setting on our dining room table. And I go down in the morning. I get up very early. I get up at 4:50 every day. And I, wash my face and brush my teeth first, put on some clothes. And then I go down.
That's good to know.
I know. You don't
Here,
want
let me just pause here while I note that.
And I go down, make myself a cup of coffee, and everybody's, my husband's he leaves for work at 5:30. And everybody else is sleeping, and I have an hour and a half, 2 hours, and that's what I devote to that. Quiet. I don't have anything going.
Yeah.
And, I will have to say that it has been, I really look forward to that time every morning. And, it's only been 8 days? I've been doing it for 8 days. And I really look forward to that. And I think that I'm going to continue this, onward after Jesus's face is done. I'm going to continue to do that every morning, because it's just silence. How many, our lives are so filled with noise all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just been me with Jesus's face in a reflective mood every morning. And it's almost like centering. It's just, it wasn't what I intended it to be. I'm reaping more than what I intended it to be, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's been very nice.
I think that there's a lot to be said for that. I mean, it's weird that you said 4:50, because that's when I set my alarm every day too. But that's just too weird for words. But yeah, I mean, that's what I do with my bike riding. Mm-hmm. I try to be up and on that bike by 5:30, and it really is just that for me too. I mean, it's obviously exercise, but it's more mental than physical in terms of just clearing my head and getting oriented. Oh no, I think there's a lot to be said for that. And
yeah. And it's been, and I leave it right out there in the middle of our home. A lot of things happen in the kitchen and the dining room, and ours is all one big room. And my boys, who were raised Catholic and they went to college, and they no longer participate in church since they went to college, and they're home for spring break. Jake's always home, but Ian's home for spring break, and they both have commented every day that they've been home, since this what is that? Well, what, and I, you know, what is, there wasn't much of the face there. What is that? And I go, I don't know. You'll just have to wait and see. And as it's emerged, you know, they're talking about it. And, so I'm using it in that way too. So it's, you know, I have really thoroughly enjoyed it. And so it's been very nice.
Yeah. Well, I think it's very cool. And yeah, hey, if it gets the kids to pause, then it's worth everything. Yep.
Yeah. Cause they have every day you can see it grow, and, they have paused. So that's awesome.
Outstanding. And those charts like that where you have just a few colors close to each other. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. You got to pay attention all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. I mean, it really is hard. And I didn't make copies of the chart before the first time I did it. And of course I was marking out as I went with a highlighter. So I Xeroxed everything multiple times and, different section, you know what I'm saying? And so now I'm marking out on the copies. Yeah. And so it's going really good. He's beautiful. I mean, in those pictures that I post, he's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, he is. And I mean, it's just really, this might be the ultimate, if I get this finished, because I'm not counting my eggs before they're hatched, but if I get this finished.
Did you put a date on it?
No.
Okay, good. We got a shot then. We got a shot.
But if I get this finished, this might be the ultimate thing that I've ever stitched in my life.
Yeah.
And it's on Ada. So all those people that say Ada's no good, that's crazy. That's crazy talk, because it's on Ada and it is stunning.
Yep.
So.
All right. Well, it's fun watching it evolve, and I think it's a great tie-in. So.
Well, thanks, Gary.
Bravo for that. Yep.
Do you want to know what my Easter? I hope I'm finished with it by Easter.
Yeah. What's your Easter? You got an Easter project? Yes.
Yeah. You know what it's going to be?
I think I do.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
I think so. Well, now you open the door, so now we're going to talk about it. That's how that's going to work.
It's going to be The Savior's Praise by Teresa from Shakespeare's Peddler.
Yes.
That I want to start him. I'm hoping that I have Jesus done by Easter Sunday. That's what my goal is, that his face is done, and that I'm going to continue Coffee and Vonna. What is that? What do I call it? Coffee and Crafts with Vonna. I'm hoping that's then The Savior's Praise is my Sunday, Easter Sunday start, and that will be my morning thing. So there you go.
Yeah. Because I have my own copy of The Savior's Praise.
Mm-hmm.
What linen? How many counts?
Okay, well, all right.
What's the plan, Vonna?
I ordered it today, Gary.
Uh-oh.
From Teresa's website. It's in Anchor. Did you notice that?
I did notice that, yes.
Okay, so I bought my Anchor floss from Teresa, and I am using... Okay, so the one thing, do you have your copy in front of you?
Right in front of me, staring at it.
Yeah, me too. Okay, okay, notice the B, C, D, H, I, J. Notice those letters. I thought and I know it's hard to photograph, things. Did you notice? I'm going to have to go back and look at your video. But anyways, I feel like that's a little bit lighter and blends into the background cloth a little bit more than I want.
Mm-hmm.
So I am getting beeswax 40 count R&R fabric.
Okay.
Which is DMC I think it's pretty much comparable to DMC 840, I think. So it's kind of a light tanny beige color.
You dated him, didn't you, Tanny Beige? Wasn't that? Yeah, I think
Tanny.
so. Yeah.
He was a good partner, Tanny.
Yeah, I heard a couple stories, and I thought, sure, when you said that, I thought, yeah, that was, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, so that's what I'm going for. I'm going to try it. That's what I hope. I hope that on Easter Sunday I start Savior's Praise.
It's a nice sampler. It really is.
It's a fabulous sampler, and it hits me on many levels, but the one thing that I love is, from a design perspective, is that there is so much stuff on that sampler. Your eye roves constantly. Yep. And that, to me, is what I love about that design, is that your eye is roving and you see something new every time you look at it.
Yep. Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah. It's
All
an
right.
art. It's
Well, how many, what count? 40 count? 60 count?
40 count. 40 count.
Okay.
No, 60 count.
Thought I'd take a shot, you know.
I almost thought about a 32 because I thought you want this to be kind of pleasing, pleasurable, but I really do like 40, and the model's done on 40. Yeah. And you know,
that's a healthy size. What, 15 3/4 by 18 and a half at 40 count?
Yeah.
That's healthy.
You need a fat half to do it.
Yeah. All right. That's a good one. I don't think I'm going to start mine then, but.
Oh, I was going to race you.
Oh, that would be fair. You're going to have to give me a year head start, and then we'll go. Yeah, that would be fair.
Oh, but anyways, that's what I'm going to do. It's a beautiful design. I love it. Well, I think one of the standouts from Nashville. A lot of people are talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, and anybody interested, Shakespeare's Peddler, Teresa Vanette, Savior's kittenstitcher.com.
Mm-hmm.
Get your own copy. Yep. Or from your local needlework store, however you want to work it.
Right.
Yep. Hey, that Nashville thing, wow, that was fun.
It looked like you were having a great time.
Yep. And thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody for watching the videos and all the comments. I haven't responded to half of them. I left Nashville and drove to Knoxville for a conference for the paying job, and then got home and a magazine had to get to the printer. And so usually I try to at least give a thumbs up to people, but I haven't. Yeah. So thanks to everybody. I mean, people have really been kind with their words and the thumbs up and the likes and all those things. And I'm really glad that the videos hit so many people and were such a plus. It was fun to do them. And yeah, and thanks to everybody, because there's just been an awful lot of support. Really been great. So appreciate that. Yep.
There has been. I noticed that there was lots and lots and lots and lots of comments, and that's really great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. So really appreciate it. And sandwiched in there, you know, that was kind of the fun thing. Sandwiched in there was the Sunday of Nashville was a Mary Corbett show. And so you want to go listen to that. Mm-hmm. If you haven't listened to that, you want to listen to that, because we just talked about basic tools and stuff, and that was fun. And then last Sunday was Philippa Turnbull, and boy, you get a full load of English history and crewel history, and what it's like finding these old crewel tapestries and castles. And if you haven't checked that out, that was really good. I can't wait to have her back. She was something. So
it was a good show. It was. I've listened to it twice. Yeah, it's that worthy.
Yeah. She's something else. So yeah, sandwiched right in there. It was a Fiber Talk avalanche there for a while. Yeah.
Avalanche.
But it was that show was fun, but it was also interesting. And I've talked, you and I have talked about this, but many times, about how I just feel that needlework, particularly cross stitch, is back to a level that it was in the 80s. And talk about this with Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches on Sunday too. Starting to sound like a broken record to myself here, but and you want to listen to that Sunday too. What a fine young designer she is. But I just really, the activity, there seemed to be a vibe and an energy in Nashville, and so many designs, so much creativity, that I just felt really good about the hobby when I left that place. I just really think that we're on a real upswing with the hobby, and it's fun.
Yeah, and I think that I talked about this with somebody. I can't remember who, but it was a designer. Maybe it was Kathy Haberman. And she said that the other craft industries have noticed that needlework has had this big resurgence, and they're watching us. They're watching and trying to getting some of these people, back a little bit, I guess, or something. I don't know. But anyways, I think that's awesome. That's, what you see a lot of knitters out in public, don't you? I do.
Oh yeah. All the time. Yeah.
You don't see anybody doing needlework, and are very few people doing needlework. Really nobody. I don't see anybody doing needlework except myself. But I was doing it this weekend, and I had 3 people stop and ask me, "What are you doing?" What, you know what I mean? And I always sit and educate them and tell them, look at my blog, or go, and once you hit my blog, you can go on to all this blog and that blog. And I said, it's really making a resurgence. It's coming back, and so I'm glad to hear that Nashville had that vibe. I've heard that from several people that were there, that it had a very positive, upbeat, happy vibe, and that's good. That's awesome. I'm glad that was the way it was. Yeah,
a lot of designers, Friday night, a lot of designs were sold out, and certainly by the end of the day, Saturday, a lot of people were sold out of things, which is, that's what you're there for,
Yep.
Haul, as a designer, haul all the stuff and never, don't bring it back. But yeah, I just felt a real energy, and I think there's a real, I don't know how to say it. I keep saying sophistication, but I think there's a real nice new level, if I can say that, of the design quality. I really feel like the designs people are really doing some great things with designs, and small and large, and the samplers either reproduction or otherwise. Boy, there's just some great stuff.
There is.
Yeah. Just some really great stuff. The one that, boy, I'll tell you, Linda Vincent, I did Needlemade Designs, her Queen sampler. I did a video on that. You want to go check that out. That sampler, I can't get over it. It's
I couldn't get over it either. And when you sent me the pictures to look at up close shots of it, it's just like what I told Gary, and I'm going to repeat it here because it's the truth. I was looking at these pictures, at the close-up shots that he sent me of this St. Queen sampler. And first of all, the level of work that it took to do that sampler is way beyond my ability. And I was thinking this afternoon, as I was looking at those pictures again, reviewing them, is, if I ever could do this quality of work after I completed the sampler, I wouldn't be able to put the date in until it was done first. And then afterwards, I would just have to die, because you would never top that. I could never top that. It's beautiful. It is just absolutely stunningly gorgeous.
Yeah, I've not seen anything like that.
No.
I've looked at a lot of samplers, and I've not seen anything. The dimensions she put in, and obviously she has a little bit of ability with a needle and thread.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But the dimensions she's put into these designs, and it's just, and there'll be pictures on the FlossTube and on the website so people can see these things. But it's just, to me, it's just a special one. And I'm going to Phoenix here in a few weeks, and already have arranged with Linda. We're going to sit down with a camera, and we're just going to sit and talk about all the aspects of this sampler, because I really think it needs to be explored, because I think it's one special piece of needlework. It really is.
Yeah, it's fabulous. And, I think that when you can, in that venue where you're with the person that created that, and you're sitting and you're talking with them and showing as she speaks, that's a very special piece of work right there that you're doing, not only for the designer showcasing her ability and her designs, but you're also, for us, letting us be participants in that conversation. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait for it. That's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Looking forward to it. Yeah, for me, that was the one of the whole show. There was a lot of pluses in the show, but that one I just can't get out of my mind. It's one of those, it's not everybody's going to stitch that thing.
No.
But I'll tell you, Oh, I am so tempted.
Well, if anybody could do it, you could do it. I mean, really, you're a fine needle worker, and you could do it. I could not do. I love it. I love looking at it. I couldn't do it because I've got ADD or something. I just can't. I just can't do it. If you could see before I was getting ready for this podcast, if you could see what I drug upstairs from the cave with me, you would laugh, Gary, because I have everything. I've kitted everything. And I brought it all up, and I think, what are you on some sort of drug that makes you think that you can do all this stuff? Oh, I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't do it. I don't have the lasting power to do that. I know that about myself. I couldn't do it. Yeah. But you could do it, and you would do it. You could. I mean, is that really honestly? This sounds stupid for me to even say this, but that's really a pattern. You can get that.
Oh yeah.
You could do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
you gotta buy it. You gotta buy the original chart. I forget what the story is behind it, but yeah. And then she has a stitch guide for all the things she did. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because it got started by someone else, and then it was given to her and have at it. And then then she did all the design work and did a stitch guide. So you got to have both products or both documents to do it. But and you're not going to do it overnight. I mean, that's a haul down all the way down. But so many techniques. Oh boy, I tell you, it looks like just an ideal challenge. You know, if you just have it in your mind. All right, this is going to take me forever, and I'm just going to keep plugging away at it. But what a special piece! So much dimension and color, and it's just so
it's
nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
How did she tell? I can't remember. Did she tell you how long it took her to do that?
I don't think I asked, so I don't think so. No.
Well, you need to ask her that.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on it.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
You need to because it's stunning.
Yep.
There's just no words.
Special stuff there. Yep. Can't wait to get to Arizona and sit down with her because I just want to hear what was in the mind and how she went about all that. Yeah. Hey, help me out. All right. Help me out now. Blackbird Designs. All right. Now, this is the first time I've encountered Blackbird Designs. And they had 3 books of design. So is this the normal? I mean, I think she said that in the video I did, but it's normal for them to do these in book form. Is this how?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, theirs are nice. And I was the one that told you to go to Blackbird. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad I told you?
I follow directions. I follow directions. Vonna says I go.
You were just like a little good puppy dog doing all that stuff. But yes, no, Blackbird's Designs, they were originally quilt designers. Oh. And that's how they got their start. And shortly after and they got pretty big fame right away. And then they started incorporating cross stitch along with, they'd have little cross stitches in the quilt books or little punch needles in the quilt books. And so they had a rise to fame, I would say, in the late 80s, early 90s. And since about late 90s, they have been like the golden girls of cross stitch. Really, of quilt, too. They still do quilt designs, too. They're sister-in-laws. And so they married brothers, I'm pretty certain. And
that's usually how it works, yeah.
Yeah, they married brothers.
Boy, you pieced that together brilliantly. That was excellent.
But anyway, so they worked as a team, and I think one kind of specializes more in quilts, and the other one specializes more in the other cross stitch and other aspects of their company. But yes, they are very, very, very prolific in their patterns, and they always use, if they're not books, they are like the old Prairie Schooler charts where they're hard, thicker than cardstock.
Yeah.
Glossy. That's what they are. Yes, they are. Very, very fabulous, very prolific cross stitch designers.
Yeah, these books are beautifully done. Full page shots of the finished product, finished project, and nicely staged. I mean, the books are just beautiful to look through. It's really a nice thing.
And their quilt books are the same. Every book, anything that they put out is just well done. And what I love about Blackbird is that they will have one central design, like in that any of the 3 books that we got from Market, they have one design and they'll do it like what you were telling me earlier, Gary, 3 different ways. You know what I mean? Like, here's the sampler. Yeah. And you can take this part of it and make it into a pin roll, and you can take this part of it and make it a needle book. You can take this part of it and make it a box, you know, and that to me that's bang for your buck. First of all, you buy one book, you have like 25 projects. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, and yeah.
They show you and tell you how to get to the end product of each part of the thing. It's fantastic advertising, fantastic display, and selling your wares, and they do it all on all levels. So I really like them a lot. Well, I've got all their books.
That's the first time I'd run into them, and boy, I've been missing out, because it really is just really well done all the way. I mean, it's these books. It's like I'm careful so I don't bend a corner or something, you know.
Yeah, and I have them. You know, well, I've been cross stitching for years. I think I have about everything that they've ever put out.
No.
Almost everything. Some of the early, they have like series, loose feathers series is what they call them. And I have some of the early ones, not all of the early ones, but I've got several. I've got most of everything. So that's why when I was telling you what to get at Nashville Market, I said, get whatever the Blackbird ladies put out, because I do every year sight unseen, just place a pre-order for that, because if you don't, those books will sell for $100, $150, $250 on eBay.
Oh my.
Because they only have one printing. So.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. Get it or forget it.
Get it or forget it. That's right.
Well, I'll tell you, it's just some beautiful stuff, and and all the little smalls that you can take out of these is just really. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, top notch. They're really good at what they do.
Well, I'm impressed. I am.
But, well, that's something.
And yes, folks, I was sent a list. Get these things. I delivered.
He did on every one he delivered.
I made it happen.
Yeah, I should have made it longer.
It took a small FedEx truck to get you what you ordered. No, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, and I'm going to do some punch needle or some perforated paper. I ran into Val's stuff. Mm-hmm. Now, it was a first for me there. And she does a lot of Halloween stuff, and Halloween and I just never mind. Yeah, I just don't care.
Me either.
But she just some whimsical little things. She really has a knack for it. So she has these 3 new ones, perforated paper. My favorite is these 3 pumpkins, and it says, "But I don't want to be a pie." And it got one with it just all down her face, you know. And so I'm because I've been wanting to try some perforated paper. So these are really approachable, just small little things.
Yeah.
So going to get Val on as a guest here coming up. But it was perforated paper, cute little things. I'm going with it. Yeah.
Well, you've never stitched on perforated paper?
No.
Oh.
Advise me. Great one.
It's fun. You'll have a good time stitching on it. Okay. You know what I use to
does the paper scuff up the thread?
No.
No?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
And but I can give you a hint on how to, because I don't like to hold my paper. It's thicker than, it's not like paper. It's thicker than paper. Right, it's like maybe a couple of pieces of cardstock together, but put it on a stretcher bars.
Oh,
tack it on stretcher bars.
Okay.
That's what I do. And then I load it up in my floor stand and go to town.
Okay, these are little, what, 1, 2, 3, like 3x5 pieces.
Oh, so it's like a kit thing then?
Yeah, well, it's the piece of perforated paper and some kind of backing fabric. And then in one, there's like a couple of buttons, and then there's some thread for You know what I might do? What? I might go get a big piece of perforated paper and do them all on one. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll do that. Because, that appeals to me to put them on a frame. Yeah.
I put mine on a frame just because. But, like, so what'd you say the papers were? Like 3x5?
Yeah, something like that. Roughly that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is like 4x6. Yeah, they're roughly in that area. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I would do. I'd get a bigger piece. Yeah. Because I think that the holding it, I just tack it to stretcher bars and then load it up in my floor stand. And it's, then you don't touch the paper and get it greasy or limp or whatever if you have sweaty hands or whatever.
There's a mental image right there. Perforated paper that's greasy and limp. I'm going to carry that with me for a couple days. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
That's where greasy limp perforated paper.
Yeah, what you stitching? Oh, greasy lip perforated paper. Why? Why ever would you ask? Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yep. So no, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go get a big piece. I'll be better off.
What color is it? Is it the brown color?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. I've seen that. Just kind of the standard brown color. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't want greasy, limp, perforated paper. No. It's bad for my reputation.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that would not be good. No. Nope. Oh, and then I have to talk about, I do not know why this man is not more well known. Ronnie Rowe. Mm-hmm. Now, I did a video with him last year, and I did one this year.
Yeah.
Most unique way of designing cross stitch.
Yeah, I was really I don't remember him from last year, but I really watched him twice. I watched his twice because I agree with you. Why hasn't anybody said anything about him, or why I didn't ever hear of him before this year?
Yeah, he said there was one lady who did a FlossTube about him.
Oh, really?
And now don't ask me who, because then I don't remember. But he should be. Yeah, people should be doing his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I was shocked at the quality of the designs of his designs that you featured, and I thought, why isn't anybody doing? I've not seen anybody do any of his designs, and it was good. They were good.
Yeah, because his new series was little girls' faces.
Yeah. And
they're just beautiful, really striking. And the stuff I looked at last year, it was all just black thread, and it was buildings.
Yes, I remember now. Yeah,
and all just one color, but by increasing and decreasing density, he creates the buildings and adds three perspective to them. And I think he's just excellent. I really do.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. So maybe people will look now that you need to link him.
Yeah.
So that people can see if they didn't watch your video. Yeah, I agree. Even his buildings were so well done. And so many people, that's what they say they like to stitch is buildings.
Right.
And I think he didn't even have like a rainbow row or something.
Yes, I think he does. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And that one, I saw that one right away on your video. And, that was beautiful. Yeah. I was shocked too. So Ronnie Rowe, go give him a look. It's Ronnie Rowe Designs. I just looked him up while we were talking.
Yeah, it's just amazing stuff. I just don't know why people haven't, because you get a lot of people. I like to stitch buildings.
Yeah.
Go get his stuff because it's good.
Right. And it's historic Williamsburg build. Some of his are historic Williamsburg buildings.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They're all real buildings.
Yeah.
It's not some made up thing. Oh yeah. No, it's, oh yeah. He's, that one I've not understood. So, yeah, anyway, there we go. And then, coming up Sunday now, Stephanie Webb, Lindy Stitches. I keep carrying this around. This has really been weird for me. She has this several designs. Really, I think one of the exciting young designers in the cross stitch world. Bunny Lace Trio, and this is weird. I've had this because my stitching table and all my stuff is downstairs in the family room, and it's a split level house. So our office is up on the upper level. I have been having this at my desk, the Bunny Lace Trio, and because I'm going to stitch these little things, just really cute rabbit designs. Yeah. And so it's weird. I keep carrying this around because I'm figuring out what I'm going to do for the linen, and then they're mostly white, but then she puts color in because she's using Classic Color Works floss. And so I'm trying to decide if I want to just go with that or if I want to do my own thing.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned this whole thing, and I didn't tell you this when we talked, but last week when you sent me, we're going to talk about Bunny Lace Trio, I just had purchased that like the day before you sent me what we were talking about.
And I was just about to do that. I have all their albums, but never mind. Go ahead.
But anyway, so I bought it too, and I think what I'm going to do you care what I'm going to do with Bunny Lace Trio?
Deeply.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's why I'm going to tell you, whether you wanted to know or not.
Oh, my heart right now, Vonna, is at like, yeah.
Well, what does your Fitbit say? Anyways, I am going to do the bunnies, I think, in brown. And I'm going to put a white, now listen to this, I'm going to put a real white cotton puff ball, not a cotton ball, but like a pom-pom, a white pom-pom for their tails. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to do I'm like you do. I want to do the colors that she did in the little inlets, their eyelets of the lace. Right. Am I going to do it in those colors or not? But I do think I'm going to do the bunnies in brown. And with the cottontails, like a 3-dimensional cottontail. And they are cute as can be, little smalls, though. Can you see those setting in a little basket with green grass with those little pillows in there? Yep. Isn't that darling? Yep. Yeah, I liked it too. I liked it as soon as I saw it, and I just bought it. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I keep carting this one around. It's just one, and I don't do small things as a rule. But, yeah, these just keep speaking to me. So, yeah, I've been carting them around, laying them on my desk, and just figuring out brown. I had not thought of going completely brown. But, see, I like stitching in white, so I'm going to stick with white. But I got to figure out what to do around them.
Yeah, they're cute. They're cute, cute, cute.
Yeah, and I was thinking flat folds, Vonna flat folds for all three of them.
Yep. That'd be cute, too.
Because, yeah, they could sit on a shelf in a little Easter grass thing with a couple of eggs in front of them.
Oh, Gary.
See that?
You're just a stylist.
Yeah, check me out, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We would call that a vignette, I believe. An Easter vignette.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. It is. Yeah. It is an Easter vignette. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there it is. Yeah, that one is, I don't know what it is. But, yeah, nice work, Stephanie.
Yeah, they're darling.
Yeah. So Stephanie Sunday for that. More of that and more Stephanie. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Bravo on that. Yep. Oh, and then of course, I had to do. We got the Savior's Praise. The Hands Across the Sea samplers. This year only one really jumped at me, and that was Elizabeth Weston. So I have that thing.
Oh, you do? That one was a good one. Hands, I'll be honest with you. I've got several. because I am a hoarder. I have several.
Do you have like a pole barn in the back?
No.
I mean, is it like a 2-level pole barn with a ramp for all your charts?
I have this. Yeah, I just go to the microphone.
Warehouse shelving with a forklift. How does this work?
Bring down the hands across the sea sampler.
This is the picture I have. Yes.
Oh shoot! I have several of the hands across the sea samplers. I have never done one of them. They intimidate me, and I know Nicola says,
"Oh no, no, no!"
Yeah, I know. She says not to be intimidated.
Not at all. No.
Yeah, and they intimidate me.
No, do one.
I need to do one.
Come on, Vonna, do one.
I'm not going to do that brassiere one. Brassiere. I have that one. See, you talked me on the boat onto the ship on that last.
I know, and then you just dove in the water, caved. Yeah, just nothing. Nothing.
And it was because there was just a gridlock on threads.
Yeah, there was.
And by the time I got everything, it was like, what is this? Why? You know what I mean? Because it was just like, you know how you can get yourself worked up, or at least with me, I get myself worked up about something. I can like sit and 5 minutes later have myself worked up about something. And if I don't get right on the bandwagon and start it, well, then I like lose all that momentum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I kind of lost my momentum with Sarah Brassiere. But there's that one that has the honey bee skep in the middle of it. I can't think. That one, I love that one. Yep.
That's a nice one. Yeah, that Sarah Brassiere thing, that just, all the momentum just went out of that because people couldn't get linen, couldn't get silk.
Yeah.
It was too bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have finished it though. I'm working my way around it. Yep.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. And I still, like I said, I have the pattern. That doesn't mean that someday I might just like do it. But I will say that Nicola's, and it's not, her patterns are beautiful. It's the same, it's along the lines as what you were talking about, the Blackbird ladies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're beautiful. They're well put together. It's like an encyclopedia of that sampler and everything that she knows about it. And it just kind of intimidates me. I think, I don't know that I don't think that I'm distinguished enough to stitch this.
Oh, good.
So I know I need to get out of I need to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause they're not intimidating.
No, I mean, it's just X's, and it's just like what, Nicola says, and she's, communicated it so well in that one video that she did, probably a year ago, where she shows what she started in, where she has As They Send, that big, long, tall, skinny piece on Ada, and how, is this any less beautiful than if I would have stitched it on linen? No, it's not. It's not at all. Right. And, it's just one thread, you just focus on one thread a day or whatever, and you eventually get through it. That's the way to, and how she says it with her English accent and her calm, soothing voice. It makes me, it's almost like hypnotizing. I want to think, yes, Nicola, yes.
Vonna goes into a trance. Yes, Nicola, whatever, Nicola.
I will stitch.
I'm with you, Nicola. I'm stitching now.
It's nice. It's just, I just want to like get tea and biscuits and stitch Sarah Brassiere after I listen to her. And I mean that with only but love in my heart. She just, what she says is so true. And she does it in a way that's not like jarring and hickish like what I say. When I would say, just stitch one time at a time,
Wait a minute. Let me put this together. Limp, greasy, jarring, hickish.
That pretty much
wow.
Sums it up, doesn't it?
Wow.
I know. It signs me up. I just don't have like a cultured aesthetic like Nicola has.
Jarring hickish. Okay. Mm-hmm. We're going with that. If I titled these podcasts, that's what I would put for the title. Limp, greasy, jarring, hickish.
The one with the limp, greasy, jarring, hickish.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that warms my heart right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's special.
But she had beautiful samplers. Hands Across the Sea had beautiful samplers. But I agree with, what was the one that you said?
Elizabeth Weston. That's the one I got.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not good with names, but it's beautiful. Yep. That one was beautiful. I agree with you.
Yeah. And then, all right, we got to quit. Oh man, holy smokes. See, this is the trouble. We got to quit.
I know. It's sad.
Check out, one more thing. Check out Teresa Baird, Heart's Ease Exemplar Works. Folks, check that out. Her samplers, and she's doing 13 colonies. So one for each of the original 13 colonies. They're patriotic room, Vonna.
I know. I saw it. And I thought, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
It is beautiful.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Check her out, too. All right, we got to quit.
Okay, doggone it.
Because, folks, we talked for an hour before we recorded, so.
We spend the whole afternoon together.
It's so special.
Oh, shoot.
That's it. Stephanie Webb Sunday, Lindy Stitches. Stephanie Webb Sunday. Thanks, Vonna. We're done.
Thanks, Gary. Bye, guys.